And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
What's the deal? Y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. We back in action with another reaction video. Back in this thing. Like cook cracking this thing. Sometimes you gotta just jab off to the left real quick because they over there. You feel me? Real quick. Saw funny games here with Della Riva. Anyway, go man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe for more to get content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News reviews. No, you can't get in college. Blue dog has some dust on my face. Hit the subscribe button. Become part of the Rich Trapper Mafia. Hit that notification bell at the top. It always takes time for the latest and the greatest of what we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Find me on all streaming platforms. Rich Trapper Game 6. Rich Trapper Worth More Than Money. Rich Trapper I'm Better Off Without You. Start from scratch in the Nightmare Before Christmas. They both out now as well as my newest project. I'm still better off without you. But you want to get into my newest single, Something Up Go. That's out now, man. Make sure y'all get into that if you ain't got into that. Find me on all streaming platforms. You also want to get into these, man. Honey Bourbon Loose Leaves. Shout out to Loose Leaves. Shout out to Honey Bourbon, man. Awful lot of Loose Leaves. Awful lot of Honey Bourbon. So awful lot of rich trapping going on. Shout out to Desto Deb. Shout out to Loose Leaves. Loose Leaves, the perfectly cut leaves for a perfect roll every single time. 6. Stop. Lay down. Lay down. My chupacabra acting up. Anyway, I'm serious. Come here. Come here. For those of y'all who are wondering, I actually do have an effect, a chupacabra. I'm not playing, I actually real life have a chupacabra. Go, chupacabra, go. Go. I'm not afraid of you because you eat sheep and like you're a little demon animal. So what? I'll sell you to the Chinese food place. You will be a number 7 house special. Either way, go. Management, I said what I said. Either way it go, man. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all get into these, though. Tasty, live resin, distillate cartridges, cannabis-derived terpenes, premium category 3 distillate, no pesticides or heavy metals, like a rock band, no glucose, glycerin, MCT, VG, vitamin E, or any other additives. You get 1,000 milligram cartridges with each one. So make sure y'all get into those if you haven't gotten into those. We finna jump into this content, man. We got Flakko. We got Bricc, baby. We got Munchie B. We got Spider Loc. And they are talking about Soulja Boy being more of a rap icon or a veteran rap music than Nipsey Hussle. I'm not sure how we even got to this point, but we finna jump into this content without no further do's or don'ts. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Ask us for subjects for a week. Then he get here and got none of them subjects. Oh, no. Go ahead. So a Facebook user, Beans Anderson, and they posted, Soulja Boy more of a rap legend than Nipsey was. And people on Facebook and Twitter, they are debating this.
We both know that Soulja Boy is great in what he does. We know that Soulja Boy is not what Nipsey Hussle was to society. Now, to the hip-hop industry and all that, Soulja Boy is a legend. However, and you're trying to tie Nipsey Hussle to Soulja Boy, we talking about hockey versus baseball. Two things that don't match. You could be Wayne Gretzky, you could be Derek Jeter. They're both great at what they do, but they don't play the same sport, big dog. I feel like that's a good way to do that. I feel like that was, yeah, I did that. I like that. Sometimes analogies are easy.
So first off, let's just start off with Big Homie Spider, who knows a huge depth of hip hop knowledge, right? So you can probably answer this as well. Nipsey Hussle is definitely in my top 5, if not top 3. Wait, sir.
Stick to what he asked about the legend.
Not personal. I'm their status in rap. Who's more of a legend? Okay. I'm getting to it. Okay, got you. He's definitely my personal favorite. Okay. However, I believe that is definitely a legitimate argument when you consider everything that is to be considered. Okay. I think Nipsey was late to his arrival as a legend and cut short in his time to prove he was a legend. Okay. And I think Soulja Boy has had an early start and longevity in order to be established. So I can definitely hear the people that feel like I feel about Nipsey. But I also definitely understand the argument for the opposite side. I know what Soulja Boy has actually done in the culture. That's why I started with my personal feelings. All right? Because I know it doesn't validate the argument. Sure. It's just, yeah. All right. Hey, Munchie, you know.
I'm about to say something to that too. Go ahead, Munchie.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him when my little essay homeboy come back to let him in, man. If you going about like accolades, you know what I'm saying? And
Wait, though. Is accolades, as impact, is everything, right? Yeah.
Accolades is plaques, charting, number ones, all that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And then you know the dude, he done produce beats.
Nah, he finna come in. He said that he told you you couldn't come.
Soulja produced beats. He made hits.
Yeah.
And shit, he did it up. Even the ringtone era. You know, you know what I'm saying? And then how he did the thing with YouTube early on.
Yeah.
So you really can't compete with that. But more of a legend is gonna be Soulja Boy. But I ain't gonna say Nipsey not a legend too though, cause he did some shit like with his store. He had like the digital shit where you scanning shit and you know what I'm saying.
The first.
And then he
Go Amazon.
he sold the shit for $100.
I think Nipsey-
That was some legendary shit. He sent this shit for $100, or you know what I'm saying. He sold. More of a legend. I think it go to Soulja Boy, but I ain't gonna say like the one nigga said that he not a legend, cause he did some legendary shit in rap, even though he put out one album. You know what I'm saying?
But the whole point was he had the impact of a nigga with hits without a hit record.
But
That's legendary. Go
But
ahead.
I don't like to just put out one album. You know what I'm saying?
But the whole point was he had the impact of a nigga with hits without a hit record. That's legendary. Go
But
ahead.
I don't like the shit like the Bridge and the Blood and Crip thing when you say YG and Nipsey, cause they just don't beef. You gotta get on freeways and shit to even get to each other. So for them to come together, it ain't like if it would have been like Nipsey and Schoolboy Q, then all right, I'm impressed.
Little Saudi.
Yeah, but Lil Soulja wasn't mainstream just yet.
I know. I mean, he never really was. But I'm just saying.
Because Nipsey did a song with Joe Moses. If that's the case,
You classify it by mainstream, then it qualifies because the mainstream is for those who don't even know that the 6 O's and the treetops don't beef.
No. If it was Schoolboy Q and
I'm not gonna lie, I love everything that Nipsey Hussle and YG contributed to hip hop, especially to West Coast hip hop, especially to LA hip hop, especially to LA culture. I would have loved to have seen a Nipsey Hussle Schoolboy Q collab. Man, if that wouldn't have been fire. On a Hit Boy beat, what? On a Hit Boy beat or on a Hit Boy DJ? If they doing it, wishful thinking. We could have got Nipsey and Schoolboy Q. We could have got some drums from Mustard. We could have got maybe some percussions from Hit Boy, something or some hi hats and all that from Hit Boy and all that kind of stuff, or maybe even like a good sample from Young Berg. If them like however producers could have just came together and made like a fire beat and gave it to Nipsey Hussle and Schoolboy Q, man. With Warren G and DJ Quick overseeing the whole thing and Battle Cat in the cut like throwing little tidbits at. What? Come on, bro. I would have been fired. Man, it sucks that we lost that.
Nipsey on the song, that would hit different, bro.
For mainstream, they don't realize that intricacy between the difference. When they see red and blue, the mainstream, they get the point. Yeah. Maybe locally, we get the idea.
Maybe if it was YG in another crib, maybe. You know the whole world.
That's because you local.
No. The whole world think.
YG
When the world see blue, red,
No, the whole world think the 60s can't do no wrong. You know, like, they the most commercial game.
Yeah, true.
You know that?
True.
They get them niggas a commercial.
Commercialized. Commercialized.
No. They would get them niggas their own commercial if they could.
No, but commercialized would be more of a...
Yeah, they've had more successful...
You know what I mean? I know
personalities in the industry.
Yeah. It ain't even about the acts, though. It's just like...
It's safe to say that maybe the Rolling 60s have the best PR team. Let's say that. If this is a business, the 6 O's have the best PR team.
Coming from Kid Rock to Corrupt to Nipsey to Big U, Battle Cat. No, not Snoop. But they've had a lot of names. Ice-T don't qualify, bro.
Hey, bro, that's on my daughters, bro.
God damn. I ain't gonna try to...
Me and my baby mama was watching Netflix, bro. Now, I can't remember the name of the movie, but Vin Rames was in it. Not the one with Gilly and Nipsey, but the niggas in the movies, like... they was made the 60s like superheroes on God, like on some Marvel shit. I said, this shit is ridiculous, bro. but I watched like 13 minutes. I'm like, what they doing?
Fans though, man.
But guess what? But I'm saying that's how the world look at the 60s. So even putting Nipsey and YG together.
Yeah. The only way you can be who you think you is because you went head up with some superheroes. And held your own and did your whatever. Y'all, otherwise, y'all ain't no superheroes.
No, I'm just talking about the
Autobots had some Decepticons.
No, I'm talking about the music shit. I would appreciate it more if it was
He talking about music. That's why
There's no section with more representation in the 6 next door, bro.
Yeah, Compton.
Long Beach,
But
man.
not
No,
just
Compton is
one,
bigger than 60s.
yeah.
Long Beach niggas have saturation.
You talking about the whole city? You talking about the hood?
Yeah, 60s is like, they got it.
So I'm gonna start with more of a
I'm not gonna lie, the 60s do have really good PR. Like whoever's doing the press for the Rolling 60s, amazing. Like they're everywhere. Whoever's doing the marketing, advertising, promotion, and the press work and the groundwork for the Rolling 60s, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because man.
I didn't even leave you out.
And I know that everybody in the comment might let me explain what I'm saying, man, because I know a lot of people in the comments might be like, oh, we're not a gang member here. Square's a box of Tasty Live Premium Distillates. This one's actually red, so you get it twice as green in my jacket though. Tasty Live Resin. Tasty Live Resin disposable cartridges, cannabis-derived terpenes, premium category 3 distillate, no pesticides or heavy metals like a rock band, no glucose, no glycerin, no MCT, no BG, no vitamin E, or any other additives. Get into those, man. We are also a Square as packages of honey bourbon looseleys, man. Shout out to Deso Dev, shout out to looseleys, awful lot of looseleys, awful lot of honey bourbons. Get into that if you ain't got into that. You feel me? But what I will say is this. Visually, from the outside looking in, from a person who, not a gangbanger, Square, pow, 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 Square. You gotta admit, bro, they're everywhere. Like, the Rolling 60s are the most publicized street gang to have ever come out of Los Angeles. You feel me? And I would say that's like next to maybe the MS-13. You feel me? And that's because the MS-13 has a global effect through like Ecuador and like El Salvador and all kind of stuff like that. But then I just watched something where it was like a Rolling 60 from like France was like, yeah, I'm official, like whoopty bam, and then like had all the alleged situations to be official, and it's from France. So it is what it is, big dog. Like somewhere through it all, somebody had really great PR work. So I'm not saying that anybody's better as far as like they do more in the streets or anything like that. We're only talking about it from a business aspect of PR, public relations. That's it. I'm not talking about any pull-ups, pop-outs, opposite, stop-outs, walk-throughs, drive-bys, drive-downs, walk-throughs, pull-ups, pop-outs, standing on business, stepping on business, any of that. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the actual PR of the aspect and the visual of what you see and what you imagine when you see these things, or in this case, when you see this particular group of individuals. So, great PR work. I say all that to say that.
It's pretty more. We didn't say CJ Mack.
CJ Mack.
We didn't say
CJ Mack. Play football with CJ Mack's son.
Yeah, man. DJ.
Yeah. I played him and Lil F Bone's son.
He ended up in the 40s.
What? His son?
Yeah, Newport, man.
That's crazy. I play, man, come on, bro. No.
That's crazy.
Bricc made me laugh like Peter Griffin, and Flakko was just talking in the background, and he should just shut up. Listen to Flakko speaking in the background, throwing out names, and he's just not being acknowledged.
It's pretty more. We didn't say CJ Mack.
CJ Mack.
We didn't say
CJ Mack. Play football with CJ Mack's son.
Yeah, man. DJ.
Yeah. I played him and Lil F Bone's son.
He ended up in the 40s.
What? His son?
Yeah, Newport, man.
That's crazy. I play, man, come on, bro. No.
That's crazy that you said that. I don't mean to put your son business out there. I just
CJ know me, you know my pops, you know my uncles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hold on, let's hear your shit.
So listen, as far as
Rap legend.
a rap legend, Nipsey mean the world to me.
Of course.
Off of it.
Really,
You know what I'm saying?
We love
So I'm gonna just say that first, but then you have to go to numbers. You got Crank That. You got Shoot That. You got Crank That and Shoot Superman. Then you got
the newest.
Kiss me through the phone. Kiss me through the phone. You got one for every. You got
Soulja Girl.
With that, you got too many. You got shoot out. Even
So basically, it's really
all the way up to
no matter how much we love Nip,
it's like, all right, now can the bozo activity that you do take away from your likeliness as a legend? Did he ruin it by all the bullshit that he did? Now he's neck and neck. So it's like...
That's true, because nobody has ever caught Nipsey Hussle in a situation where he's spitting and screaming all over his phone and Soulja Boy crashing out. You feel me? So that is the question. I want to know what y'all think in the comments, man. Does the actions of an individual, let's look at Bow Wow. You feel me? If there was no Bow Wow, it's arguably no Soulja Boy. But Bow Wow does corny things and nobody ever said, hey, I want to be like Bow Wow. And now, like, you know, does that take away from the legend, the actions of, or are we only going by numbers and we can only count the numbers on the board, not the public opinion?
As far as no smut and no nothing, because my legends is different.
Me too.
You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, all right, for the rap world mainstream, like you said, we'll give it to Soulja Boy because they're going to go for the accolades. But as far as the real niggas in America,
In your book.
if Soulja Boy dies, his funeral will not be...
That's where I was finna go to. Is the world gonna react to Soulja Boy?
They gonna react, but it ain't gonna be...
Oh, boy, it's gonna be crazy.
But
Is Obama
Nipsey
gonna write a letter?
so heartbreaking.
Is Stevie Wonder coming to scene? Yeah, for sure. Or do you think the camera and the footage played a part in propelling the magnitude of Nipsey's death? Or do you think if Nipsey would have just been
The
reported?
storyline alone was so crazy that the world had to mourn with it. Like, damn,
that's
it's
what happened.
somebody
The
from
world
out there saying,
mourned. I've never seen the world more in unison.
in the way they
that
painted
moment, bro.
Nipsey.
And this is nothing against Soulja Boy or anybody else, but if God forbid something happened to Soulja Boy like that, the world wouldn't come to a complete halt the way it did for Nipsey Hussle at all. We all know that.
And that was really him, and he was supposed to meet up with the chief of police to do it, and this is really him, and the way they painted him to the world, like, they didn't really go negative
okay, so
at all. So that's why the world, like, when his own homie killed him, and he was supposed to be the
Do you
biggest
feel those-
activist in the community, it kind of hit different.
No, okay, right, so look, right, so look.
No, it's good. Go ahead.
No, right?
Hey.
Because some people, like,
Stop.
may ask, was the world's
Shut
portrayal
up.
of Nipsey accurate? Extremely. So people, you know, so let's say from the other side may say, bro, he wasn't no like Martin Luther King, like he was out here, you feel me, you know, like thugging it too.
He was.
Right? So, right, but
But he
though,
was a Martin, he was a Malcolm X.
no, sure, right?
He was a Martin
Just like
King.
Tupac. No, sure, right? But though, they're portrayed as thugs, gangsters.
My chupacabra is very aggressive. You need to chill. Stop. That's what we're not doing. You feel me? My chupacabra is very aggressive. Very aggressive. Little hellhound.
Like, you know, shooters and looters, while Nipsey, who was thugging it with them as well, because he was a gangster too, and he gets portrayed as, you know, as the peacemaker, as the dude who was, you feel me, like, right, like, you know, who had, that was his actual spirit as a human being when you meet him. Exactly. So that permeates mostly from people who had personal encounters. Yeah. When, regardless of how familiar he was with his environment, how articulate he was with the experiences, he let it be known when you met him, almost way beyond corporate, mature shit. Yeah. So that permeates. That's why when you see...
Right, Nipsey Hussle only gave you the image of, I'm business. I'm not here to play. I'm not here to be played with. I'm here to take care of what I got to take care of, and that's that. I'm not here to yule. I'm here to do what I got to do, big dog, and only take care of my mission. That's it. Whereas Soulja Boy is a little bit more sporadic and all over the place. And both are fine. It just depends on what you prefer.
All these other celebrities speak on him. As rich and raw as his music was, he had transcended that. Like, they tell us about technology. By the time we get the phones that can do FaceTime, the government got shit 40 years ahead. What Nipsey was in real life, his music was 40 years behind his actual persona.
Hey, Nipsey taught me that. About the
Technology.
how technology works. He taught me that when we was studying Steve Jobs, nigga, 2009, right before I went to jail. We was on Olive. That's what year did Steve Jobs die? Did he drop the documentary and then he died, right?
Yeah, he He died like 20, what, 11, I think? Or
We studied Steve Jobs.
Hey,
He
Flakko.
paid more attention to me.
So
You supposed to get a camera. You supposed to get a world. Get your best shoot. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to see all of. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, like they seen what they were supposed to see.
The truth.
Like, I try my hardest not to get on camera and dish.
No, I'm not trying to say nothing bad about Soulja Boy, but do you see how much more there is to say about Nipsey Hussle than there is to say about Soulja Boy? So, again, it just determines on. It's just all dependent on this conversation is all dependent on what you determine to be a legend based off your own personal, preference.
Respect niggas and all that shit. Cause I mean, they already know what it is and how where everybody stand anyway. But
True.
like, you know what I'm saying?
True, right? So look, okay, right? But YG, okay, for example, right? So YG to me is just as positive, but if God forbid, is he ever like pass away early, there won't be the same coverage
We can't be
as
comparing the aftermath for him getting killed to other people because the Nipsey shit and then ain't been seen before.
Yeah. And I don't think we'll ever understand exactly why the world reacted. Yeah. They try to connect the fact he was from Africa. I think the fact that it was caught on camera played a big part. Yeah. I think the fact that he had a high profile relationship that was highly accepted by people. And the brand too, though. The brand time continues, meaning, bro, like, I have now ascended past this, and now I'm trying to, like, you feel me? That's not what the marathon continue means. That's what victory lap means.
Yeah, Flakko, get your shit together, bro.
Yeah. So give me your perspective of the marathon continue. Of an artist naming his debut album Victory Lap when the Victory Lap takes place at the end of the marathon. So tell me, why would somebody name their debut album the Victory Lap unless they had some type of spiritual premonition that they were close to the end?
Oh, that's conspiracy.
No, definitely. I'm not that though. But spiritually, think about
But
it.
spiritually, I think Spider just said some shit, though. Damn, man. God bless the dead, man. I wish Nip was still here, bro. That shit weak. Fuck that nigga shitty.
That nigga who Nipsey, when I was in the studio with Cuz, when he played Blue Laces Part 2 to me, when he got to the third verse, he walked over to me and said, Spider, listen to this verse, this for you, because I know how particular you are by the words you choose. So I know he was just as particular by the words he chose. So why would a nigga choose, as he was a marketing, that's all he thought about was marketing and branding. Yeah. So how would he come up and stick with something called the Victory Lap? He didn't miss the depth of that word. You know what what else is the Victory Lap?
But he dropped the Victory Lap before.
And then dropped another one?
He dropped the Victory Lap right after the marathon.
So why else?
The EP called the Victory Lap. You don't remember?
Some may say, I do. So to my point, he also knew how solemn he was in the last few years of his life. The nigga walked around like almost everything he talked was in a whisper. I don't care what was going on as far as excitement, he kept it like this, bro. It's almost, it reminds me, that's why I call him the Keyway Christ.
Hey, you a big good narrator, like, you know, you read the little books, that song, what's that little audio books?
That's what you used to listen to, too.
No, you the way you talk, nigga, you sound like you be with audio books.
Plug me in with somebody Munchie.
So I'm gonna change my name to Lil Blue Jesus. Your big brother.
Hey, Flock, that song he said, remember you brought it up during our interview, Blue Laces?
Because he said that he was involved in a shootout.
But what I was saying, that story, I believe that wasn't just a rap, it was a real story. I believe I was there for that shit.
I'm literally in the middle of recording a video. Don't say nothing, because everybody know your fucking voice. Just hang up. When I'm done, I'm going to call you back.
Familiar, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then again, you'll never know, because out here, Dockwater Beach, it used to be Gangbang Beach. Everybody through their hood days there, like in the daytime.
And Phoenix, he cracking too.
Not like Dockwater. Dockwater, the hoodest beach.
Right.
Dockweiler is where you from, Beach, boy. Boy, I didn't have me a Dockweiler squabbly wobbly or two over them bonfires, man. It get ugly. Yee. In there.
So can I speak in? You ain't talk about it or no?
Talk about it. Wait. So he said that he believes that he was there the day that Nipsey rapped about the shootout. Now I'm saying a shootout took place at a beach involving Nipsey and his homies, and he was there and he wasn't involved.
That ain't what I said.
He wasn't involved. He didn't ever say he wasn't involved.
involved.
But there you go with that's the back.
Okay, man, we're gonna say that for the next video. We finna get up out of here, man. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you use, some knowledge you can't get in college, big dog. Like, comment, subscribe for all that. We finna jump up out of here, man. Make sure you hit that red dot, slide to left, get some of this good chiliana. But before you do, get into these tasty live resin disposable cartridges, man. Make sure y'all get into these, man. Cannabis-derived terpenes, premium category 3 distillate, no pesticides, heavy metals, or chemicals, no glucose, glycerin, MCTs, vitamin E, or any other additives. 1,000 milligram. Woo-wops, whoopty-bams with each one. Make sure y'all get into those if you ain't got into those. Hit these, though. Honey Bourbon Loose Leaf. Shout out to Deso Dub. Shout out to Loose Leaves. Awful lot of Loose Leaves. Awful lot of Honey Bourbons. Awful lot of Honey Loose Leaves. Awful lot of Bourbons. Awful lot of Woo-wops, whoopty-bams, man. We finna get up out of here. I gotta go handle some stuff. Red dot slide to the left. Get some of this good chili. I'm leaving away here at TNN Trap News Network, and it's free. Avenue Angel until he's free.